Zayn Malik is proposing to Gigi Hadid.
And Nicki Minaj fans call her out for a homophobic lyric.
And what really happened the night of Demi's overdose.
All that and more on today's rundown. YouTuber Laura Lee has released a statement after a tweet from 2012 went viral and upset a lot of people.
Yeah, but first, you guys, on a lighter note, Ariana Grande just went on the Late Late Show with James Corden, and they performed like the best 5-minute musical of the Titanic. Late Monday night, Ariana joined James Corden on the Late Late Show for a live musical performance of the Titanic with a modern twist. The two performed 13 songs. Yes, you heard me correctly. 13 songs in front of 9 iconic sets from the movie, and they did it all in one take. Ari and James kicked off the musical with Styx's Come Sail Away, and then quickly moved on to Hall & Oates' Rich Girl and Timbaland's The Way I Are, before singing Foo Fighters' Learn to Fly while recreating that iconic scene of Jack and Rose flying on the bow of the ship. From there, they dove into a number of today's hits, as well as a few from the past, some of which included Lady Gaga's Just Dance, One Direction's Steal My Girl, and Ed Sheeran's Shape of You for that classic Draw Me Like One of Your French Girls Jack scene. Oh, and for that steamy car scene, they sang this Hit Nelly song.
If you wanna go and take a ride with me, the tree willing in the flow and the go trees, alright. Hey, must be the money.
But you guys, the best part of this performance has to be the finale when Ariana Grande sings the most iconic song from the movie soundtrack ever, Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On, and even James Corden kicks in. This was so epic.
It was.
In every way. I watched it twice today. I'm so blown away by Ariana Grande's talent as well as James Corden.
Yeah, I mean, I always knew James Corden was talented. Of course, he was in Into the Woods, the movie, which I didn't even know was James Corden when I was watching it, and then I realized afterwards he's so talented. I mean, she does a great Celine impersonation.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that she would sound just like Celine Dion when she sang My Heart Will Go On, but it really sounded like the studio recording of this song.
Oh
like
my
her
gosh.
voice was, there was no like flatness or sharpness. It was perfect. But my favorite moment was in the scene where Jack slides off the door into the ocean and James Corden slides off singing Bye Bye Bye.
That was amazing.
So funny.
So good. I also love that they threw One Direction in there for the Steal My Girl part. Oh my God. They were so good. I want them, can they recreate like many more movies from here on out?
If they have the budget, that was expensive. Well, some of Nicki Minaj fans are not very happy about some of her new lyrics off of her new album. Nicki Minaj's new track, Barbie Dreams, has stirred up a lot of controversy since its release. In the song, she disses lots of rappers in the game, but it's one lyric in particular that some people took issue with when talking about Young Thug. Nicki raps, quote, "Caught him in my dressing room stealing dresses and So it sounds like she's calling him out for stealing, and some fans are also feeling like she's accusing him, actually embarrassing him by insinuating that he likes dresses. So another song that's been causing controversy, it's Majesty, where Nicki raps, quote, "They switch in like sissies now." So sissy is a word used to describe someone who is effeminate or cowardly, and it's long been used as an insult to gay men. So needless to say, some fans were not super happy that she used these words in her song. LGBTQ advocate Mark Zutstovich told the online publication Them that he was disappointed to see Nicki using such offensive terms. He said, "I am a gay man who grew up being taunted by words like homo, sissy, and fairy. These are more than just words that offend and deeply hurt people who identify or who are struggling to identify as LGBTQ. They are designed to make boys and men feel less than or feminine, as if having feminine characteristics is something shameful. On the contrary, we as men should be embracing that more." So on top of using the word sissy, she also features Eminem on the song, who of course has been accused of a homophobia multiple times throughout his career. So basically, it is a little touchy right now, but despite dissing, Nicki does say that she is on good terms with all of the people that she raps about. But in other Nicki news, she did just appear on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, to promote her new album. And there was this amazing moment on the show that we definitely had to talk about because Nicki freestyled a new line that went into her song Barbie Dreams just for Steven.
I would say I might Steven after the show. He gonna come back to work with a magical glow, but
That is not all. She then wrapped up her freestyle with this line.
But when you see us, please don't stare. Just address me as Queen Nicki Colbert.
So, you know, it's crazy because Nicki Minaj kind of was off the map for a minute while she was recording her album, and now that her album is dropped, I just feel like we get so much Nicki news all of a sudden, and you know, not all news is great news, but I do love Nicki, and I do think that she'll address some of this backlash, or at least I hope she will. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think she's going to address it. I mean, a lot of people are speaking out on Twitter about it, so I'm sure it's only a matter of time until she says something. But I really want to talk about this Stephen Colbert clip because her freestyle, okay, it wasn't even the freestyle that was the best part, it was Stephen's reaction because he was blushing, he was laughing. She ended up saying, "Are you married?" at the end because he was just losing it, and I loved it. It was such a great, candid moment.
I know, it was so good that you almost wonder, is it really freestyle?
I know, right? Did she prep it? Well, you know, only our 100th possible proposal this month, Zayn Malik might be popping the question to his girlfriend, Gigi Hadid. So, according to the British tabloid The Daily Star, Zayn is thinking about proposing to Gigi Hadid as a way to, quote, prove his love. So, the source said, quote, he's head over heels in love and wants to prove to the world he's committed and the relationship is the real deal. Not sure if that's the way to prove it, but the mag went on to say that although the couple split temporarily for about 7 weeks, Zayn is thinking about a proposal and, quote, has suggested a secret wedding with no guests. Don't worry though, the tabloid mag also mentioned that while Zayn may have marriage on his mind, Gigi does not. The source went on to say, quote, after broaching the subject with Gigi, he's conceded he will have to wait. Gigi is happy getting their relationship back on track, but has made it clear they are not ready to get engaged just yet. Honestly, at this point, nothing would surprise me. I feel like every couple in Hollywood under the age of 25 is getting engaged.
I know, but this source is talking about what Zayn's thinking.
That's very true.
I'm like, how do you know what Zayn is thinking? It should be, if it's a real source and you have had a conversation with Zayn, it's like, Zayn has said that.
Yeah,
it's like he's thinking.
Is your source Zayn?
I know, like, are you in his mind? Yeah, I don't know. I'm like you, I feel like a lot of people are getting engaged right now. You know, I also feel like a lot of people are pregnant. A lot of YouTubers are pregnant.
Yeah.
I see these trends happening, so I would not be shocked. These two have been together for a really long time though, so that's one thing I think that they have going for them, that
For sure.
you know, they've dated for a long time, they've like really gone through some stuff, and now they're back together again. So I don't know, I think it could be possible.
But I think to really follow the trends of what's going on now, they should break up, date someone else, and then get engaged to that person after 2 months. Because they've been dating too long. They
I don't know,
really got
Justin
to-
Bieber didn't do that. Justin Bieber dated
That's
some.
true.
They're kind of on the Justin Bieber.
That's true. He did get back with Haley.
Yeah.
But with Haley, Justin and Haley, as far as we know, or it was reported, they were never serious. You think so?
Yes, girl, for sure. I don't think they were public, but I think they were serious.
Oh.
I think they were together for a while. I really do.
Well, that would make sense then why they got engaged.
So fast.
And I just think we all had Jolene on our mind for so long that we didn't see it. We're like,
We
no,
didn't see
no.
All right, you guys, we have even more updates from TMZ about what happened the night of Demi's overdose. TMZ is reporting that in the early morning hours of July 24th, Demi returned home from celebrating a friend's birthday at Saddle Ranch, and she texted a drug dealer who she allegedly had been using since May. So after receiving his text, he then reportedly came to her house around 4 a.m. and the two of them smoked oxycodone from tinfoil, also known as freebasing. However, the drug was laced with an opiate, fentanyl, the same drug that killed Prince, Tom Petty, and Michael Jackson, and is responsible for more than half of all overdose-related deaths, including 20,000 deaths in the US alone in 2015. So allegedly, once the dealer noticed Demi was in bed breathing very heavily, the dealer fled her home where she remained until her staff and friends found her at around 11:30 a.m. when they immediately called 911, and while waiting for the medics to arrive, one used Narcan that they had on hand to revive her. So you guys probably know the update from here. She went to the hospital for almost 2 weeks, then she went to a rehab facility in Arizona, and then she was flown out to Chicago to meet a specialist. So she is on the mend currently. Also, a source told E! News that she's gonna be in rehab for a long time, but that she hasn't been in communication with anyone and is really focusing on herself, which includes limited contact with her ex-boyfriend Wilmer Valderrama, who has visited her several times while she was in the hospital. So, man, you know, this is really dark. If this is true, I mean, TMZ is reporting this, which is why I trust this. But man, I hope they find this dealer. I mean, at the end of the day, these drugs are super, super serious. I mean, it has killed so many people. No wonder she was in the hospital for so long, because these are such powerful drugs and medications.
Seriously.
The fact that he fled the scene, they have to find him. Like, this is totally criminal, and man.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. I was shocked reading this, finding out that he fled when she was clearly having a reaction, and she was, it said, like, breathing very heavily on the bed. And that's when he was like, oh, better get out of here. She could have died.
I know.
So I really hope this isn't true. If it is, he better face charges. I just hope Demi is healing and getting better. I totally understand why right now she has limited contact with kind of like the outside world, because she really just needs to focus on herself. So I just wish her the best, and hopefully we'll hear from her in several months. Laura Lee's Twitter is back online, and on it she just released an apology. Laura Lee just issued a lengthy apology via Twitter Monday night, explaining how she has grown a lot in the 6 years and now understands the severity of her inexcusable words. The statement begins, quote, I want to deeply apologize for the comments of mine that recently surfaced from 6 years ago. The insensitive retweet and tweets I made are inexcusable, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart to anyone affected by them. She then goes on to explain that she deactivated her Twitter account because she, quote, was mad at herself for the ignorant tweets that she made back in 2012, and she's grown a lot since then, adding, quote, that girl who tweeted that isn't who I am today. I now understand the seriousness behind those tweets. As a small town girl from Alabama, I wish I had the cultural education 6 years ago that I have now. Those tweets aren't humorous in any way to me today, and I am truly sorry to everyone I have hurt and offended. Laura went on to reveal how disgusted she feels about the whole thing and how sorry she truly is. She said that social media has taught her a lot about injustice, bullying, and inequality people face today. She also realizes that actions speak louder than words, and promises to get, quote, involved with foundations that focus on educating the importance of equality and social justice. But while Laura has received a lot of support for her apology, her former bestie, Jeffree Star, who previously said that she has an evil soul, doesn't think the drama is over quite yet. He actually tweeted, quote, the truth always comes out. There's still so much more to be revealed. Remember, 2018 still has 4 months left. He also posted this video of himself laughing on Snapchat and talking about karma.
Oh, I love karma.
I really wonder what he means by that. I wonder if something else is going to come out about Laura or about another one of his friends he's had a relationship with in the past. I guess like only time will tell. But I will say, back to Laura Lee's apology, I'm very happy she said something, because yesterday when we were talking about this on DHR, I was so disappointed in her that she would delete her Twitter and run from this, as were, I'm sure, a lot of her fans and just people in general on the internet.
Yeah, I know that was like the big backlash, well, part of the big backlash for her yesterday. You know, yesterday I had like mixed emotions about this, because when you experience something like this, if you are her, I think you're not really sure how to handle it. Like, this is such a crazy storm of things. Like, I think she probably deleted it because she was like overwhelmed with so many messages coming at her that she had to like get right with herself first and then come back. So I am glad that she released a statement. Man, it's so crazy. I think that, 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, people shared a lot of things on the internet carelessly, and whether they even meant it or not, like people posted things, and today people don't post things that are like this anymore. And so I'm actually glad things like this are coming out because I think it teaches everyone to think before they speak.
Yeah.
Figure out where that thought is coming from and if that's a good thought or a bad thought or a thought that you should check in with yourself on and work through, because this tweet was so bad and so hateful and so mean. And I think that that's something that you have to work through in yourself.
Yeah.
So I think everybody needs to take this, learn from this situation, and really think before you say things or before you tweet things or before you even feel things. If you feel something that feels like this, you should have a real heart-to-heart with yourself about where you are in life, because it's just not okay. So let's talk about Ariana Grande and James Corden's performance before we leave. That was like our highlight of the day here, and some serious news. I was like, thank God for Ariana Grande and James Corden. Did you guys like that performance? Do you want to see more reenactments with other celebrities from movies? I really want to see that happen.
I definitely want to see that happen, but I also want to hear from you guys about this Zayn and Gigi story. Do you think he's going to propose? Is he going to be like now the millionth Hollywood couple that's engaged? Let me know down in the comments below. But until then, you guys, we will be back here tomorrow.
Bye, guys. Okay, you guys, you have to click right here before you leave, though, because Joe Alwyn, Taylor Swift's beau, made his Instagram public, and he kind of did a nod to Taylor Swift, so you gotta click that box.
You're gonna want to click it.
Do
and
it.
Also, click this button right here while you're at it. What did I say? Right here?
Right
Oh
here.
my God, I'm getting an accent.
Down there.
Just click it. We'll be here every day.